morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I am Reverend William Gill. Our senior minister, Reverend Jonathan, is away today, so it is my great joy and honor to lead you today in this service. Let us start our celebration. Let us start our celebration with music. Feel free to stand up and dance.
Ooh, something great has happened and love has taken hold and it won't let go of us now. Something here is calling us forward, upward motion. What drops in one ocean roll on. Will you rise up with me today? Lift up your voice and boldly say, we are the ones you've been waiting for. Live a dream of the highest calling, be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts for the world that's waiting. With the hope that we're waiting for a change and the greatness. Let's stand together now. Ooh, yeah. Every day's a chance you can do something amazing, to feel passion blazing and shine. Paint with every vision and dance in new directions. Explode to new heights in your mind. Will you rise up with me today? Lift up your voice and boldly say, we are the ones we've been waiting for. Live the dream of your highest calling, be the voice of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts with the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's the moment of our greatness. Let's stand together. Live a dream of your highest calling, be the voice of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts with the world that's waiting for a dream that we're all creating. It's the moment of our greatness. Let's stand together now. Let's stand together now. Woo!
Thank you, Aaron. Good morning again. If you have a cell phone, well, that's a stupid thing to say. Because you have a cell phone, please pull it out and please silence it. We're okay with you using your phones in the service. Take notes, check things out. Did he tell the truth about that factoid? But please silence your phones so that when God calls, God will go to voicemail. Thank you. We also have a purpose statement at our center. Here at Unity of Tucson, our purpose is to provide a safe, loving, and inclusive space where all people can explore the principles of new thought in order to master spiritual understanding, find personal purpose, and develop a spiritual path. That is what we're about here at Unity of Tucson. We also have a vision and mission statements. Our vision as an organization is how we see this world. And I encourage all of us to together say our vision statement together. We envision a world awakened to its magnificence. The mission statement is how we, as a community, plan to get there. And let us together affirm our mission statement. Love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. Love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. Do we have anybody here visiting us for the first time? If you are, please identify yourself, raise your hand, stand up. Welcome to Unity of Tucson. Now, there was a gift available for you at the table by the front door. If you did not pick up your gift bag, please make sure to do so after the service. We also knew that you were coming. And we did a little research and we found out something about you. And we would like to share that with you. Are you ready, congregation? Yes. Together, you are magnificent. Yes, you are. Welcome to Unity of Tucson. If you are joining us here for the first time online through the ethers, I also want to say welcome to Unity of Tucson. And we're happy that you're here, and we encourage you to go to our website, unitytucson.com/connect, fill out the form, and let us know about you so that we can continue the conversation. And earlier we said to our new guest that he is magnificent because we know that about ourselves too. We know that we have the Christ within, and with that we are magnificent. So let us together affirm that for ourselves. I am magnificent. I think I heard Sherry. So we got to try that again. I know. Together, I am magnificent. Yes, we are. And once again, for those of you here new or for those of you watching online, what we mean by that is that we have the power of spirit within. And through that, magnificence is our nature. So when we say we are magnificent, we're not just saying that, we're believing that. So let's believe it one more time. I am magnificent. Very good. There are many things that I love and admire about our community, and one of them is how we honor all paths to the same God. We have many faith traditions in the world, and they all have their own unique way of looking at things, and they all add value to the overall picture of getting closer to Spirit. To celebrate that, every week we have a ceremony titled Lighting the Flames of Faith, where we light flames of faith for all the faith traditions of the world. To do that today, please help me welcome my wife, prayer chaplain Silvana Cervaggio, and lead prayer chaplain Laura Cass.
Feels like Florida. Okay. We light a candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light a candle for these shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light a candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light a candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light a candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light a candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light a candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to divine love as the highest calling. We light a candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light a candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. We light a candle for all those who are as yet unaware of the power and presence of Spirit in their lives, and for the space that we are holding for them, and for all faith traditions unnamed in this ceremony. The final candle is the healing candle. It represents the revealing of the divinity at the core of all experience. This is your candle for whatever is in your mind and heart that requires the light.
This year is the peace candle, which we keep illuminated around the clock to remind us always that the peace that we wish to see in the world begins within. Peace in your world is not up to anyone else. Peace in your world is up to you. So we are reminded of that with this candle, and together, let us say the prayer for world peace. Divine love indwells each person and radiates from one to another. Harmony is established and peace reigns in the world. And so it is. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Silvana. We're also very blessed at our center with prayer chaplains, ministers that every week share a reading of their choice with us, read our monthly affirmation, and also hold a time in prayer. To do that reading this week, please help me welcome the Reverend Felicia Searcy.
Thank you, the Reverend William Gill. Good morning. This month, our theme is harmony. And when I was thinking about, all right, so how do I be with harmony, be in harmony with life? The place to start is to be in harmony with God, with harmony with the divine essence of who we are and this infinite energy that we live and move and have being. So with that thought in mind, I always like to go back to the classics. I went back to Christian Larson, who was a prolific metaphysical writer at the turn of the last century. And I took this from the Optimist Creed. So I'm going to encourage you just to allow these words to wash over you and allow these words to become your words. Do not depend upon yourself alone. The belief that we must depend wholly upon ourselves to rise to the heights of being is not true. We alone can do nothing of real worth. It's only when we work with God, and God works with us, that we can do what the ideal within us desires to do. The greatest things in the world are done by those who constantly depend upon God. And if the word God does not resonate with you, infinite intelligence, divine love, divine presence, universal spirit, essence, who walk with God and live with God and then make the fullest and the largest and best use of those powers they are eternally receiving from God. Wherever you may go or wherever you may wish to do, take the Lord, the law, for your shepherd, and you will positively gain what you have in view. Failure becomes impossible because God is equal to any condition that may arise. And so as long as you are with God, God is with you. Though you may meet adversity, you need not be disturbed. Something will happen. God will cause something to happen so that things will take a turn. You shall be led to green pastures, green where all your desires shall be granted. Then you shall want for nothing. Remember, you shall want for nothing. This is the great truth to understand fully and demonstrate fully in the actual living of life. The secret is absolute trust and faith in the goodness and the power of the Supreme. So with that, I'm going to read our monthly affirmation from Reverend Sue Oliver. I'll say it once, and then I'll invite us to repeat it twice together. So the affirmation: every aspect of my life vibrates in divine harmony. So let's say that together. Every aspect of my life vibrates in divine harmony. Feel the vibration of that as we repeat this one more time. Every aspect of my life vibrates in divine harmony.
All is well, and I am grateful. All is well, and now it's time to let it go. All is well, and I am grateful. Life is good, and so it is. All is well, and I am grateful. All is well, and now it's time to let it go. All is well, and I am grateful. Life is good, and so it is.
So I just invite you in this time and place to allow yourself to be drawn inward into that deep awareness of this life force energy moving in and through and all around you. In this moment, to become aware that you cannot breathe on your own. You can't take even one breath on your own. That something so profound, so divine is actually breathing you. And in this awareness, we feel our entire body coming into harmony. We feel our thoughts come into harmony. And we feel our awareness come into the harmony, the knowledge, the truth of our oneness with divine essence, with divine power. And on this human level, we open our hearts and our minds and allow this energy, this inspiration, this power to move us in profound ways, in ways where we are entertaining ideas, making decisions, taking actions that truly feed us, feed our desire, and fundamentally bear witness to the power and the glory of the one that indwells us. And for this, our connection, our communion, our companionship with this one power, one presence, one life, we are deeply grateful. And we say thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Amen.
All is well, and I am grateful. All is well, and now it's time to let it go. All is well, and I am grateful. Life is good, and so it is. Life is good, and so it is.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, William.
Thank you, Reverend Felicia. It is now time for our featured song. And as I've mentioned before in this production, and this is a production, at the top of the pyramid is the music and the message. And when they go well together, that's particularly good and important. For today, I chose a song that I have loved for many, many years. It's a song from the 70s. It's a great favorite song of mine. And Linda agreed to do it. Also, because I love the song so much, I asked if I could play in the song, and Linda agreed to do it. That wasn't supposed to be funny. So if I screw up, it's all your fault. Before I introduce our guest singer, after I introduce our guest singer and before the music starts, I will need a moment for a wardrobe change. Today, singing for us, with us, for the first time, we have somebody that is well known in the area. He is an actor in musical theater productions here in town. I have personally seen him and enjoyed his singing, his voice, his acting, and we're very happy, very pleased that he's here today. Please help me welcome for the first time at Unity of Tucson, Rafael Acuña.
As time goes on, I realize just what you mean to me. And now that you're near, promise your love that I've waited to share, and dreams of our moments together. Color my world with hope of loving you.
So I did screw up. We'll try that again another time.
Rehearsal was
What's that?
We wouldn't have known if you didn't shake your head.
Rehearsal was good. As I've said before, I can speak in front of 5,000, no problem. To play in front of 5 scares the heck out of me. So I'm working on that. And thank you, Linda. Thank you so much for allowing me to have that experience.
You were magnificent.
Thank you. I wish we had recorded the rehearsal. We could just have played that. It came out good in the rehearsal. Please let me hear it for Rafael Acuña. And really, really, thank you for allowing me to play here while I grow musically in my musical journey. When the voice speaks, listen to it and follow it, because it's taking you to the place where your soul needs to be. When the voice speaks, follow it, because it is taking you where you need to be. There's a voice that speaks to me. Actually, that made it difficult during my ministerial school psychological interview. The psychologist asked me, "Do you hear voices?" I said, "Yeah. Don't you?" So I hear a voice that speaks to me, and that voice has taken me places where I needed to be. Moreover, when I ignore, when I reject what the voice says, I have stayed in places where I no longer should have been. So it's very important to listen to that voice, and I believe personally that voice comes from Spirit. That is not my psyche making up things. That is really a connection from Spirit that says, this is where your soul needs to be. That is the voice that one day said, you are going to be a Unity minister. That is the voice that said, marry Silvana, she's a wonderful woman. Much to your chagrin, that's the voice that said, start playing music. But I have learned that if I don't follow that voice, things don't go well for me. And I have learned that when I follow the voice, things go well for me. And it's interesting, we in Unity Centers churches, and there's a good reason for it, but we in Unity Centers churches don't use the Bible a lot. Some do, some don't, but it's old and it's difficult. But I have to tell you, there is some great wisdom there. And at a time when I was questioning the voice, it's like, why is this voice in my head? Funny thing, and about that time, I ran into a Bible scripture from the book of Isaiah. And that says, and when you turn to the right, or when you turn to the left, your ears shall hear a word behind you saying, this is the way, walk in it. They knew this about 600 years before the Gospels. And some of us are still struggling through that. So it couldn't be made up stuff. When you turn to the right or when you turn to the left, your ears shall hear a word behind you saying, this is the way, walk in it. When the voice speaks, know that this is the way, walk in it. Now, the voice has been saying something to me that has presented a challenge for me. The voice has been saying, William, you need to get back to Unity ministry. I used to lead a church about 12 years ago. I think I did a good job. We nearly doubled the attendance in 5 years. We went from 1 to 2 services. We had a once-a-month coffee house service where I would don an apron and make cappuccinos for people. Then we would listen to acoustic music and have spiritual discussions. For the first time in many years in my leadership, the church went from the red to the black in the accounting books. It was a great 5 years. But also, during those 5 years, I experienced some of the most intense emotional pain in my life. We see ministers appear on Sunday doing talks and smiling, but I'm telling you, it's not an easy job. And the ministers in the room are nodding their head. And many times, ministers end relationship with churches not in a happy way, simply because of the difficulties of church ministry. So I had my share of church ministry, and I said, okay, that was nice, I'm done with that. And for the last 12 years, I've been a guest speaker at many, many churches in many states. I actually came here one day, and I told myself, I'm not going to tell anybody that I'm a Unity minister. I'm going to sit back there, enjoy life. And then, darn it, Reverend Jonathan said something on a Sunday, and the voice spoke. You have to come out of the closet. So I spoke with Reverend Jonathan. I said, okay, I'm a Unity minister. I don't want anybody to know. I just want you to know that I'm here, blah, 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 kind of the polite thing to do. And then darn it again, Reverend Jonathan again spoke on Sunday, and the voice spoke and said, you need to be a minister. So I said to Jonathan, the voice spoke. Well, I didn't say the voice spoke, but hey, Jonathan, I'm available for anything that you need. And little by little, here I am speaking to you on Sunday. Don't thank me, thank the voice. I would be at home watching a movie. I do love this. And so, here's the thing. The voice said, get back to church ministry. And then the brain said, well, how are you going to pay the bills? For whatever reason, somewhere between market conditions and having done a good job, I've doubled my salary in the last 5 years. And I got married. And I got 2 daughters that have 4 legs each. And all those people eat a lot of food. So how am I going to do this? How am I going to live a way? It's a difficult job. I work long hours, but I'm able to pay the bills. And how can I get back to church ministry? So there is a push, and then there is a pull. The push is 60-hour work weeks, done with that. The pull is, when I'm here, my heart sinks. So, how can I get from one to the other? And I'm only sharing this with you because you might be in a situation where you're asking yourself, how can I get from one to the other? Many, many years ago, I was a congregant at Unity of Phoenix. That's where I used to attend church when the call to ministry came. And Reverend Richard Rogers one time gave a talk that to this day, we're talking 15 years ago or more, that to this day is resonating in my head. And he gave a talk about jump. Go to the edge of the abyss and jump. And if you believe that you will be taken care of, you will. Now, again, that's hard, that's scary, but he said, jump. So I'm working on jumping. But it's not easy. Reverend Richard, who still does Wednesday evening services at Unity of Phoenix, he said an affirmation back then, 18 years ago, that spoke to me so much, I wrote it, and at these times of conflict, I say it to myself. And it is, living loving spirit, in this moment of peace, quiet, and tranquility, I enter the silence. I acknowledge your presence within me, and I release doubt and fear, knowing you are always with me, guiding my every step as I search and discover the journey that is mine to travel. Help me, Spirit, this is me speaking, but this is for you as well. Help me, Spirit, find the journey that is mine to travel and how to do it. Now, to be clear, this is not a public job application. We have a wonderful senior minister here, Reverend Jonathan. He is doing a fine job. And I just want to make sure that nobody misunderstands me. I gave a similar talk at another church, and right after the service, a bunch of people came to me and said, "You're going to be our new minister." No, I'm not. So this is in no way a hint about becoming senior minister here. This is me sharing from my heart to you that the voice has spoken and I need to get back to church ministry. How? I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about this. Why hasn't it clicked? Why hasn't something magic happened where I can pay the bills and do ministry and play more music so I don't sound so awful on Sunday morning and all of those things? Why has it not clicked? I've been praying, meditating, asking, waiting, and the voice spoke again. And the voice said, "William, you first need to heal what needs to be healed." I'm going to pull a Jonathan and cry here. Anytime that you have unhealed stuff in your life, it's holding you back. Let's say you wanted to move to a new house. Do you take all the junk with you, or do you throw away the stuff that no longer serves you? Maybe you take all your junk with you, but I don't. Every time I move, I give away half the stuff. I don't even sell it. It served me for many years. Somebody else can have it. How about doing that with your spiritual baggage? How about healing that which needs to be healed? Because it is holding you back and it's preventing you from going where your soul needs to go. And of course, in any discussion of healing, there is the magic word forgiveness. Have you forgiven all that needs to be forgiven? One time, just about the time that I let Reverend Jonathan know that I'm a Unity minister, that I'm free to get involved in this ministry, one day I was sitting there. I had moved from the back row to the front row, but I was still on the right side. Then I moved to the left side. And I started feeling very sick. My stomach was turning. I felt body aches. I thought I was going to vomit. I thought I was going to have to rush out of the sanctuary. But I made it through the service. Then I went to the gazebo, a favorite place of mine, also where Silvana and I got married by Reverend Jonathan. But this was before then. And I went there and I asked the voice, "What's going on?" And the voice once again said, "Until you forgive what happened in the past, you will not be able to move on to where you want to be, especially in ministry." So we need to do the forgiveness work to release all the perceived wrongs of the past. We need to do the forgiveness work to forgive the bad strokes of luck that we thought we got. And we need to do the forgiveness work to forgive ourselves for our perceived lack of performance. Because until then, we cannot move on. And it's important that we move on. It's important that we go where the voice says to go. And in doing our work of forgiveness, we need to find the root cause. If we forgive people that have been doing the same thing against us, in quotes, we have not solved the problem. There's a great book by Colin Tipping titled Radical Forgiveness, and he says, until you forgive the root cause, the first time, the first event that happened that you perceived as a wrongdoing, you can forgive all the other people that have done the same thing to you, but they will keep showing up until we forgive the root cause. So if your healing work and your forgiveness work, find out what the root cause is. Who hurt you, who you perceived hurt you for the first time, and who opened that wound, because the other people that came along only reopened a wound that already existed. So we need to heal the wound. The tissue needs to close. The tissue needs to heal before we can achieve true healing. Get to the root cause of the forgiveness work that you believe you need to do. Heal what needs to be healed, and then follow the voice, because the voice showed up to take you to where you need to be. So, number one, listen to the voice. Number two, heal that which needs to be healed. And number three, get to the root cause of the issues in your life and forget the root cause. And then, and only then, you will be free to move on and be where your soul needs to be. Are we game? Are we game? Yes. Okay, there's Sherry. It's good. We have a tradition of assigning home practice. Yes, Jonathan, home practice. I know you're watching. We have a tradition of assigning home practice. So the home practice for this week is as following. Read today's affirmation, and we're going to put it up next. Read today's affirmation each day, first thing in the morning, and last thing in the evening. And after you read it each time, do a 5-minute silent meditation. No words, no chanting, silence, to see what the word has to say. And the meditation or the affirmation today is, next slide, living loving spirit. In this moment of peace, quiet, and tranquility, I enter the silence. I acknowledge your presence within me, and I release doubt and fear, knowing you are always with me, guiding my every step as I search and discover the journey that is mine to travel. In closing, I must borrow another man's words because they say just the right way what I'm feeling in my heart. As time goes on, I realize what you mean to me. And now that you're near, promise your love that I've waited to share, and dreams of our moments together. Color my world with hope of loving you.
I am light, I am light. I am light, I am light. I am light, I am light. I am light, things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. 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 I'm not the mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light. Ooh, I am light. 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 I am not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. I am not my race. My soul inside is all light.
I am light. I am the light of the world. You are the light of the world. We are the light of the world. We let that light shine brightly, 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 and we follow the voice of Spirit that ushers us to the place, to the life that we can shine our light. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for guiding the way. Thank you for your love that never, ever ends. And so it is. Amen.
I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. Ooh, I am divinity defined. I am the God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light.
Thank you. And so it is now time to share in our gifts, tithes, and love offerings. And I encourage you to hold your love offering in your hand, hold it against your heart, and bless it. We'll do a blessing later again, but bless it now with your love, with your intention. Today, you may share with us with a cash or check and put it in the baskets that go around. You can also point your phone's camera up to the square on the wall, and a little tiny link is going to come up. Tap on that. That will take you to our website where you can also make a donation or possibly sign up for recurring giving. Whichever way you do it, thank you. You provide the fuel for us to do what we've been called to do. While the baskets go around, let us stand up and celebrate.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude Gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful. Gratitude for me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful.
To bless our love offering, please help me welcome Prayer Chaplain Elizabeth Queen Worrell.
Life is good, and I am grateful. And Unity of Tucson is such a blessing in my life. Look at all the moments of positive thought and prayers and spirit and light, love, the talent. I am so grateful. So with this, I'd like to, and I'm thankful that I can be here to bless these offerings today. Please join me as we put our hands together and bless these gifts. Where's the prayer? Bless these gifts. These gifts going out and blessing our world and the world, and so it is. Amen.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
Let's see what's happening at Unity of Tucson.
It's Sunday, August 18th, 2024, and here's what's happening at Unity of Tucson. Have you secured your tickets for the most anticipated event of the year? The Beyond Horizons Ball, Unity of Tucson's 2024 Gala, is happening on Sunday, November 3rd. Join us at the prestigious Skyline Country Club. The night kicks off with a lively social hour and an exciting silent auction, followed by a decadent dinner and a night of dancing that you won't want to miss. It's not just an event, it's an experience. Grab your tickets now for an extraordinary annual celebration at the Desert Light Book and Gift Store. And speaking of the gala, there's a gala committee meeting today at 11:30 a.m. in Annex Room 2 following Sunday service. Join us for our mid-year town hall meeting right after the service on August 25th. It's a great chance to learn more about our community's progress this year and the wonderful things we have envisioned for the coming months. You'll also have an opportunity to ask questions and get answers directly from Dr. Jonathan and the Board of Directors. Your participation and feedback are vital to our continued growth and success. Don't miss this important gathering. We look forward to seeing you there. Save the date. On September 8th at 4 p.m., Unity of Tucson and Center for Spiritual Living Tucson will co-present a concert by Celia Farron, a self-described badass, bardess, red-headed Capricorn force of nature. She will entertain you and serve up the most delicious concoction of the silly and the sacred right here at Unity of Tucson. Tickets are on sale now in the Desert Light Bookstore. We're inviting you to shine as a sponsor of the Beyond Horizons Ball at the $1,000, $2,500, and $5,000 levels. Our honored sponsors not only support our unforgettable annual gala, but also ensure the future of our vibrant spiritual community. You can make a significant impact. Reach out to your administrative team today to sponsor the gala, and thank you for supporting Unity of Tucson. It's tacos and trivia time here at Unity of Tucson, coming Saturday, September 21st. Join special guest Tempest de Jour for an evening of fun, merriment, and tasty tacos. Tickets are on sale now in the Desert Light Bookstore. Finally, join the Unity of Tucson's men's group today at 11:30 a.m. in Annex Room 4. This is an opportunity for men of all ages to find support and connection through Unity principles. You can find out more about all of our events, classes, and other ways to get involved in your spiritual community by visiting the Desert Light Book and Gift Store or online at unitytucson.com. Have a magnificent week.
Thank you, Don. And this week we have 2 prayer chaplains. Can we put them up here? Okay? You're welcome. Our prayer chaplains today are Reverend Felicia Searcy as well as Elizabeth Quinn Worrell. They will be here up front to greet you for a moment of prayer if you wish to do so. And they will also be wearing a purple and white stole. So please feel free to pray with Reverend Felicia and with prayer chaplain Elizabeth today. I don't see any children on the horizon. So let's go ahead and just, I've said before, putting these Sunday celebrations together takes a lot of people and a lot of good effort. So I would like to express my appreciation to someone who participated in putting the service today. First, we'll start with our meditation leader, Ms. Elizabeth Quinn Worrell. Thank you for your meditation. Our lighters of the flame, Silvana Servaggio and Laura Cass. Our reader, Reverend Felicia Searcy. I would like to thank our guest speaker, and I'm so sorry I screwed up your song, but it was an awesome song, and you sung it beautifully. Please help me welcome to say thank you to Rafael Acuna. And the best darn church band in the land. Music director Linda Ackerman on piano, Rafael Carruthers on bass, Paul Gibson on drums, and Ms. Erin Anderson on vocals. Also our sound booth tech team, Siraj, Aidan, Jim, Kyle, and Don. And our tireless, always there at the right moment, stage manager, Sherry Hoffman. And all the support teams, such as our youth and family hospitality, our youth and family team, our hospitality team, our ushers, our greeters, everyone, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Also, thank you for being here. You add meaning to my life. And those of you joining us online, thank you for being here. We look forward to being with you again soon. As we wrap up our service, we will say together our prayer for divine awareness. Together, I am infinite light. I am infinite love. I am infinite power. I am infinite presence. Wherever God is, I am. Wherever I am, God is. And so it is. Amen. Let us finish our service with music. Feel free to stand up and dance.
Dream so big and loud, I jump so high, I touch the clouds. Whoa, oh, 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 oh.
Oh, 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 oh.
I stretch my hands out to the sky and dance with monsters through the night. Whoa, oh, 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 oh.
Oh, 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 oh.
I'm never gonna look back. Whoa, I'm never gonna give it up. No, please don't wake me now.
Ooh, ooh.
This is gonna be the best day of my life. My life.
Ooh.
This is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. I howled at the moon with friends, and then the sun came crashing in. Whoa, oh, 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 oh.
Oh, 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 oh.
But all the possibilities, no limits, just epiphanies. Whoa, oh, 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 oh.
Oh, 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 oh.
I'm never gonna look back. Whoa, I'm never never gonna give it up. No,